Hey folks, how you doing? Uh, I'm going to talk about religion and the idea of practicing religion. The ancient scriptures speak of practice, how to practice, when to practice, and so forth and so on. So this is a requirement of religion, and if a person devotes his or her life to religion, they should understand the scripture relative to the practicing of religion. Saying that when a person says that he belongs to a religion, okay, but does he practice his religion? And is he aware of a religious practice? You see? But the ancient scripture of all religions speak of this practice. Now, all religions on the planet today have their roots in African mythology. This is where they came from. The humans originated in Africa. Then it shouldn't be hard to believe that, well, religion did too, you see. So we have the African mythology, okay? And mythology actually is a representation of something. That's what mythology is. It represents things, okay? So someone would say, how do you know about what the first humans did? You know, well, through the mythology, because the mythology represents what Africans did all the way back to the first humans. And this can be proven, okay, by the statuettes, the writings, etc., of the ancient Egyptians, the Kemites, you see. That's how we get back to what the ancient folks were doing, what type of people they were, etc. And not only that, a good bit of the religious scripture is based on what those folks did. And that may be difficult to believe, you know. But religion came from somewhere. And you can believe that it came from humans. That's it. Nobody up there or nothing up there in the sky sent religion down to us. Our ancestors came up with religion. And religious practices. So we see that we take the religion Christianity, all right? It originated in Egypt during the beginning of the Piscean Age. That's when Christianity came on the scene, around 200 BC, you see. But after the Roman conquest of Egypt, where they kicked the Greeks out, you know, it was the Romans who took Christianity to Rome, okay, where the Catholic religion started, hence the religion of Rome. And later the Protestant religion and so forth and so on. You see. So much of the scripture, you know what I mean, about the origins of Christianity are there in Rome. It's where it's at, you know. And so Christianity, though, originated in Africa, you know. Well, like I said, it began during the Piscean Age. The beginning of the Piscean Age, the religion came in, Christianity. It so happened that the Kemites, that is the ancient Egyptians, at the end of an age or the beginning of the next age, they would tear down many of their temples and rebuild them and align them with cosmic emanations. Because the cosmic ambience changes, like the cosmic atmosphere on Earth changes you see, according to certain cycles. And there's a precessional period of 2,160 years. And that's how long a religion stayed on the scene. And after that, the religion changed. They brought in another religion. And so that's why Christianity came in at the beginning of the Piscean Age, around 200 BC. Okay. So the Kimite priests, okay, had carried the religious scriptures to many different lands. When I say Kimite, I'm talking about the ancient Egyptian priests. They were Kemites, Africans. That's the way it is. Well, they took religion to different countries and so forth and so on. That is their religious scriptures, as far as China and Japan, etc. You see. And India. Okay. And this is early on. This is like thousands of years ago, way before Christianity. Okay. And so the Persians, the Babylonians, the Assyrians, the Chaldeans, the Akkadians, all those folks had their religious scriptures, but they originated in Africa. You see. The same thing with the Hindus. The original Hindus were Africans, probably from Ethiopia, it seems. So that's an idea of how religion got started, etc. And so we have these religious practices. It doesn't matter then what religion a person belongs to. What matters is the person needs to understand religious scripture to some degree, at least enough so he can do the practices. If he belongs to a religion, he should know the practices that the religious scriptures of his religion talk about. The religious scriptures tell about the various practices. It tells when to practice, how to practice, the whole deal. Right there in your religious scriptures of all religions. Including the Christian scriptures. It's there. It's in there. And knowing the understanding the scriptures. You see? But a person these days will have to probably take it upon themselves to do it, because many of the clergy don't know themselves. So we see that because the religions began in Africa and spread out throughout the world, actually, there's a cord, okay, that goes through all religions and leads back to the ancient African mythology. Okay. The mythology is based on nature and natural events. It wasn't based on no bogus stuff, you know. It was based on nature, natural facts, including facts about the human being. This is what it was based on, because it began with the African folks, the ancestors. All that brimstone and fire stuff was just a means of putting fear in people. And that's what it did. If it wasn't meant to, it did. Even to this day, people are afraid, you know, when they hear speech that might give them the impression that they are committing blasphemy or heresy or whatever. It's fear, you see. And fear is one of the things that religion speaks against, you know, and it tells how to eliminate fear. Get fear out of your system. It causes stress throughout the body. Your religious scriptures tell how Remember the idea of purification? Okay, to purify. To purify is to relieve the body of all the stress, etc. Get the human being on track so he can live a balanced life. You see, a human being should be in control of his body. That is his physiology. You see, human beings are actually reactionary creatures, but they have the capacity to become causal. That is, instead of just sitting around waiting for something to happen so they can react to it, they become causal. They cause things to happen within their bodies. When a person's able to cause things to happen, such as if he wants, for example, a gland to secrete a certain hormone so that he could be in a certain mood, maybe to do certain things, then the human can become causal and cause that gland to secrete the necessary hormone. You know, this gets us into the idea of captain of your ship, talking about the body, and master of your soul. This is what religion is about. Religion teaches these things. To become master of oneself. This is called self-knowledge. So when a person says, well, I know myself, that person is talking about his personality. He's not talking about his physiology, you know. And that's required, knowing one's physiology and becoming causal, causing things to happen in his body, etc. And this way a person can avoid many diseases, avoid many discomforts of the body, avoid many mood changes and swings, etc. And that's becoming causal, you know, because he will know what organs and glands to affect in a desired way, you see. So the religion involves practices such as breathing exercises, meditation, imagination, and diet and exercise, things like that. But those breathing exercises and meditation and imagination are very important when it comes to raising one's level of consciousness, that is, his intellectual capacity. You see, he's becoming causal when he do these things. Okay, folks, good talking to you, and I'll be getting back with you, you know. I have much more to talk about, and have a good day, and bye.